I'm a product of the world that I grew up in. I really am. I'm a product of the environment in which I grew up in, so which meant that I saw supermodels. They were all tall, they were very thin, they had the type of beauty they showed usually was one that had the aquiline features, and the media had a huge impact on me. And when I was a young adolescent, in fact, there were times where it consumed me.
Girls tend to suffer from low self-esteem and depression when they don't see the same image in the mirror. Almost all forms of the media contain unrealistic images, and the negative effects of such idealistic portrayals have been demonstrated in numerous studies.
I think the media does a horrible job of portraying what a real girl is in the world today. Some years back, I taught a class called "Loving the Skin I'm In," and we spent a lot of time talking about body image and not even necessarily body image, but girls being able to see themselves in the media, and we don't see that. So when you go to a store and you look at the magazines, who do you see? Kim Kardashian and everybody else, but you never see someone that looks like Zara, or you never see a Muslim girl, you never see a Somali girl, you never see a dark-skinned African girl unless it's Lupedia, whatever her name is, from Africa, who's an actress. You don't see a light-skinned girl, and if you do, you question, oh, maybe she's Latina, maybe. So I think the media does not do a good job or does any justice to really what beauty is. And for girls, I think that's really hard to see themselves as beautiful if they never see themselves. So you're just now starting to see Barbie dolls that are ethnically different, culturally different, and even then, it's hard to find. So body image, yeah, it's sad to see when girls come into my office and think they're not pretty. And I'm like, oh my God, you're beautiful. But because they don't see themselves as beautiful, because they don't see a reflection, it's
the media
really
is portraying
hard.
something else to them of what
Right.
beauty is.
And when you even look at the reality shows, who really has a glam squad? You know, they call each other the B word. You know, so how do we even learn how to interact with each other, and how do we appreciate who we are just as we are, and how do we really learn to love the skin we're in if everything we ever get about our skin, unless it looks a certain way, is negative?
Do you think the way the media portrays women has an effect on how they present themselves? Do you judge on body image? Girls' confidence.
Yes, it actually really does, because people look at themselves and look at TV and are looking like, oh, why don't I look like that?
Can you
Oh,
recall
how come my
a
hair
time
is not
this
as
issue has
straight, or my
personally
skin is not
related
as
to you?
clear, or my teeth are not as straight. They just compare themselves to other girls. And
yes, I do, because these days I feel like girls like wear so much makeup that like it's hard to even know what like a girl with no makeup looks like anymore. You know?
What's one piece of advice you would
Oh,
give
she
to
doesn't have
girls?
makeup, but then it's like she does, and it's a lot, you know. So yeah, I feel like it does.
Probably. Usually, it's always the skinny girls that be thinking they're too big. I'll be
Yeah.
looking at them like, you perfect. I don't know why you be thinking you're too big.
well, I remember actually like looking at like TV or like commercials and saying, oh, I want that, or why don't I have that? And it just like started draining me, and I'm like, oh, I want to start working to get like that.
You're going to have to learn to accept yourselves and your flaws, and if you want somebody to accept you for who you are, and you have to learn how to love yourself or nobody else will.
So the advice I would give to girls is to be yourself. Like, just I know a lot of people say like, oh yeah, girls wear makeup now because they have low self-esteem. But just because you wear makeup doesn't mean that you have low self-esteem. Do whatever you want with your body, with your face. It's your face, it's your body, and embrace it.
That you're beautiful. No matter how you look, you're beautiful. Love yourself. You know, just go out there and be confident, because you're one of a kind. You're amazing. You're beautiful.